Hello, you. Do you like shooting zombie AI in the face? Do you like 1930s whimsy and cavalier attitudes? Do you like playing games with your friends? If you thought, oh yeah, to just one of those quandaries, then this game may well be for you. Stay tuned. Hello chums. Whilst at E3 we got some hands-on with Strange Brigade, and Rebellion have very kindly offered to sponsor this video, so I am here to tell you all the juicy details about this lovely little hoardy, puzzly co-op shooter. The game heralds from the creators of the Sniper Elite Zombie Army Trilogy, which some of you may have seen us play in the past with Jack and Hads.
Hey, I've got the corpse. What do I do with it?
Just looking in, Jack.
Oh my god!
No.
Oh, memories. Sorry, anyway, now this game doesn't appear to feature any giant demonic mega Hitlers. It does seem to still have all the hallmarks that the other Rebellion co-op shooters are known for. Strange Brigade is a 1 to 4 player co-op game, this time set in the 30s, with a kind of Indiana Jonesy / Uncharted-y feel, with also lashings of 1930s style movie influences. We are again fighting zombies, but not Nazi zombies. This time they're more Egyptian inspired. Mummies, ghouls, and all kind of Anubis styled monsters. There's a few here that I'm showing off in some screenshots that I got from the press kit. There's some cool variety in the designs here, and I hope that the kind of gameplay behind the enemy mechanics is also just as varied. The weaponry is similar for the time period, slap bang in between World War I and World War II. There are plenty of weapons you might instantly be familiar with. And if you're not, I'm sure you'll be able to find something to your liking. There are 4 distinct characters to choose from, each with their own unique amulet power, which is charged by slurping up some delicious mummy souls like Kirby in a candy shop. You can then press a button to release this power and it'll unleash flames and all sorts of magical particle effects to utterly obliterate the zombies in front of you. I'm going to briefly touch on the characters as they've got some nice unique perks and amulet abilities that I think are worth mentioning. Nalangu Rashida's amulet ability makes her leap into the air and then slam down a radial fire blast. She also has her overall movement speed higher than the rest of the Strange Brigade, and gains a small amount of health back when meleeing enemies. Saucy. Frank Fairburn is a bit of a roughhouser. His amulet move lets him charge into enemies, which knocks them into the air, and then as they hit the ground they explode. His overall health is increased, and if he headshots an enemy, it causes an explosive reaction. Gracie Braithwaite likes to cuddle up to the zombies. Her ability wraps the enemy in bandages and then pulls them towards her, like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. She then fires them forward as an explosive. Her grenades recharge quicker than everybody else, and her melee attacks have a larger area of effect. Finally, Archimedes D. Quincy, the Daniel Jackson to the Strange Brigade's SG-1, he could summon a swarm of scarabs, basically a fiery volley of projectiles that home in on enemies and do damage. As he's quite a magical fellow, he's also able to gobble souls at a far greater distance than everybody else, and he can see treasures that are invisible to the rest of the team. There's some nice variants here, and I'm fairly sure that it's possible to have multiples of the same character in a game. Although I think I'd opt for trying to get one of each character to maximise the options that we have. I think it would be cool to see more characters added to the game post-launch, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, we got to play the game on PS4, and normally I would play shooters on a PC, but I did find the gunplay to be quite satisfying. I'd personally like a little bit more dismemberment with shotguns to the kneecaps or, headshots and things, but even without that, it's still quite satisfying to roast tons and tons of zombies with a massive flamethrower. I do hope that the weaponry that we did get to sample was just a small taste of what's available, and, maybe some wild and wonderful weaponry will be found in later levels. Aside from mowing down scores of vile beasties with guns, there is also a multitude of traps that can be triggered, mainly by shooting something. Things like spinning blades, falling rocks, or a massive spiky log on a rope. You can also trigger these traps with friendlies in the line of fire, so you may or may not want to be careful with those. Sometimes shooting an item doesn't trigger a trap, but unlocks part or all of a little puzzle that then enables you to access alternate routes, find hidden treasures and weapons, or even collectibles. The collectibles come in quite a variety, ranging from diaries that presumably contain deep, rich lore for the Strange Brigade, down to blue and golden cat statues, which I think earn you extra experience points at the end of the game. If I remember correctly, I think I only found about 2 of these blue cats, and I think there's about 6 on each level, so they're quite well hidden. These things appear to be mainly optional, but for the completionists and achievement hunters amongst you, it'll hopefully add some nice replayability. We did only unfortunately get to play 1 level, as time was short, but I feel the scope for a massive boss fight, deeper puzzles, and even co-op actions are there. Hopefully we'll get to fight some rather fantastical bosses like in the Zombie Army Trilogy, And I'm actually quite looking forward to just giving this the once over and running through with the lads once it's out. Because, you know, I like Horde modes, I like Left 4 Dead, I like the Army Trilogy, and these kind of games, whilst for me they don't have super long longevity, I do like to play them through at least once, because it's just good fun. Righty-ho then, guys, that's all I've got for you today. If you liked the video, please don't hesitate to hit the like button and leave me a comment, tell me what you thought about the game. I'm looking forward to August when this comes out, so we can have a ruddy good time. But until then, and until next time, good noon.